foreign workers and firms coming to America, we have to ask ourselves, how easy is the transition into American corporate culture? And what can we do to make the business practices of different cultures to make the transition easier and make business more efficient? Let's focus in on just the American-Japanese Let's focus in on just the American-Japanese business relationship. And since social culture influences corporate culture, we'll go there first. 3 core points of Japanese culture. Harmony is the social ideal. Patience is a prized human virtue. And hierarchy is necessary for organization and society. Before comparing these 2 cultures, let's talk about what they stem from. America's structure goes back to our founding fathers: equality, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. America is also known as the melting pot due to all the assimilation of different cultures coming to America in hopes of attaining the American dream. America's worth ethic can also be attributed to the Judeo-Christian values such as individual choice and separation of spiritual and material lives. Japan is a largely homogeneous culture where history and tradition are very important. The philosophy of these cultures stem from the mixture of Confucianism, Shintoism, and Buddhism. These religions lead to an increased importance of appreciation on the natural world, social order, and self-denial. The Japanese culture places an especially strong emphasis on humility in preserving tradition. So to help explain how these cultural traditions are reflected in corporate culture and what this means for globalized business, we have Aaron Tarosi to help explain the relations of American and Japanese workers. So why is understanding a foreign worker's culture so important when it comes to doing business with them?
Well, it improves relations. If you have one style of communication between workers that's antagonistic to another, then it's going to cause problems, let alone including the culture shock and the differences between the cultures into the equation.
So what important differences should American workers and bosses understand in order to be more efficient?
Well, there's 3 key areas that we're going to focus on. So if you think of business practices, business organization, and interpersonal relationships, those are the 3 key aspects that are influenced by culture. With business practice, you have to think of the differences between the 2 cultures. So if Japan has a more strict hierarchy and America has a loose one, you have to find the middle ground between the 2. Interpersonal relationships are tougher because you're dealing with each employee in the company and not just the leaders of the company.
Thank you so much for coming. And Aaron will be back later in the show to talk more on establishing a business in another country. So to demonstrate these ideas, we took the liberty of putting our interns in different scenarios that go along with the cultural divide. On topic of business practice, we have Abby Murata and Taylor Guzzi demonstrating the wrong way to react to a Japanese colleague giving a corporate gift.
Ma'am, as a token of our gratitude for working with us, I'd like you to accept this laptop. It's an HP and it's the best our company has, and I think it's just a wonderful gift for you guys to take.
Why would you do so? I can't accept this. Why would you give this to me?
Well, it's what we do in our culture. We like to present people with gifts as a token of our gratitude, to say thank you for working with us and to help build a relationship.
But this is America. We don't do such a thing. This is illegal to bribe somebody like a company like this. You cannot do this. I cannot accept this.
I don't understand why it's such a horrible thing
It's
to do.
illegal. It's illegal. I cannot accept that. I'm sorry. I just can't.
But it's just a gift. We just want to say thank you because you've already invested so much time with our company.
It doesn't matter. I can't accept this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And here we have Heather B., a social analyst, to describe what is wrong with this scenario.
Well, to start, the American business person is not understanding of the Japanese tradition of gift giving, and they're very impatient when they try to explain. When doing business, it's very important to understand the culture that you're going to be working with, and you have to be patient. This is a better way of doing it.
Oh, ma'am, as a token of our gratitude, I'd like to give you this laptop. It's an HP and it's the best our company has, and it'd be wonderful for you guys just to take this as a token of our gratitude.
I'm sorry. It's a very nice laptop, but I can't accept this.
Why? Why not?
With American ways, it's the law, the corporate law. I cannot accept bribes or stuff like this.
Oh, I'm so sorry. In our culture, this is what we do. We always give something as just appreciation for all the time and effort you put in, even if it's not official yet. Just as a relationship builder, we like to just establish something.
I respect your gratitude, but we cannot accept that. I know you're trying to be nice and welcoming, but I'm sorry, we can't accept that.
I understand, I'm sorry.
As you can see, the American boss is more encouraging of moving up in the corporate ladder and pursuing the American dream. The Japanese boss takes it as an affront to the company because it seems as though the employee is less loyal to the company.
Now, why does the Japanese boss seem almost offended and less trusting of him?
Because in Japanese culture, you are given a position, you don't ask for one, so it is considered rude to ask for a higher position and to go after that, especially in the hierarchy of their social culture.
In the final situation, we see an American peer confronting a Japanese business worker about a deadline. So first, we will see the wrong way.
This report that is due Friday, I need to get it done. Stuff should have been turned into me by last week. I gave you guys 2 weeks to do it. That isn't more than enough time to get this marketing report done.
But ma'am, I have such a big part to do, and there's so little time, and I needed your opinion on the analysis of the financial parts of this.
But I'm already open. My door's always open. You can always come into me. I need to have this done by Thursday afternoon at the latest.
But I don't see how this is going to work. We don't have enough time. And
I've given you more than enough time. I've given you 2 weeks to get this due.
But my colleagues aren't finished either.
That is your job to tell your colleagues, I need to get this done. I need to have a deadline. You have a deadline, and you have to meet up to this deadline.
Yes, ma'am. I'll have it done by Thursday.
You better.
The American worker is violating personal space and is very abrasive towards the Japanese worker. So here's a better way to handle that situation.
Hey, so this marketing report that's due on Friday, did you get it done yet?
Yeah, I'm about 3/4 of the way through. I should be able to get it done.
Okay, because I really need it by Thursday because we have the deadline on Friday, and by the time I get stuff together, it's going to take me a while to make sure everything's okay, and I need to make sure to approve everybody's part. And I'm still waiting on your part, so if you
Yeah.
can get it by Thursday, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I should be able to get it done. I'm just going to talk to my colleagues who are working on this with me as well, and then
Okay.
we should be able to get it
Okay.
to you for Thursday.
That's
But
great.
I promise I'll have it
Just
done.
remember that they have a deadline as well, so make sure they meet up to the standards.
Okay, I might have to ask you about a few opinion things, but
Always.
I should be able to be done.
My door's always open, so you can come in.
Thank you.
The worker is more patient while still meeting the deadline, and the worker doesn't pose a threat like they did in the last segment.
So how can the American worker provide the right kind of encouragement to the Japanese worker?
When dealing with new colleagues, it's important to understand what style of interaction is most effective and comfortable for them.
So how can the American worker provide the right kind of encouragement for the Japanese worker?
When dealing with a new colleague from any culture, it is important to understand what their social norms are and how to interact with them so it's most comfortable for both of you.
Okay. Thank you, Heather. And now we will go to a commercial break, and we will return on the topic of Russia in the Caribbean.